when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
I don't want to see what's said, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, live in Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle, pockets Tel Aviv.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
On the tackle.
The tackle there by Quandre Diggs.
Brings up second.
It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Cousins gives way to Cook. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
And it's 3rd down.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Cook following the penalty. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10.
At their own 39-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He'll set up to throw. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 16 yards right off the bat, but a 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here's Wilson. This complete to Lockett. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
It's always interesting when you get ready for a Seattle Seahawks game because when you think of their receivers, you think of these guys going to be 6'3", 6'4", 225 pounds out on the perimeter. But Tyler Lockett, he shatters all of those thoughts. Much more like a water bug, but maybe their most trusted target downfield. Led Seattle with 1,057 yards last season. I'll operates in the slot and outside and is tough as any receiver in the NFL.
First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Anthony Harris on the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 15-yard line.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. A give to Hyde out of the gun. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
The 2-yard line.
From the 2, here's 1st and goal.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. You.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complementary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Returns. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Handoff comes to Cook. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Partner, when you're not able to run the ball successfully, it really messes everything up for an offense because no longer are you setting the tone and dictating the game. If you do want to throw the ball, play action's kind of gone out the window because they don't respect the run. And last but not least, you don't get to dictate it all when you want to throw the football, and that really hurts you as an offense.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Throwing again. Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
For the Seahawks.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Amir Abdullah deep from Minnesota. Fielded at the 20. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 43-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. No room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give. This is Cook. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Getting the ball is Cook, running left. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. A 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
Tackle made by Rasheem Green.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Kyle Rudolph.
18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
I love the durability of Kyle Rudolph. He hasn't missed a game for the Vikings since 2014. Always on the field, always contributing. They keep calling him a dependable target. He can be that and more. And remember, in the overtime win against New Orleans in the playoffs last year, who caught the game-winning touchdown?
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
At 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
on second down. It's Carson. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. They go screen pass to Hyde. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. His throw incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
You got 3, Three down. Back 55.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He dumps it to Hyde. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts.
It's 4th down.
As the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Bobby Wagner, the NFL's leading tackler in 2019, there on the stop. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd and 7, Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
Picked up by Mike Hughes. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. You've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Returnable for Lockett. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that's caught inside the 35. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Flush to his right. His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 36 power.
Here's Wilson to throw. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
6-yard line.
Wilson. Open is Olsen. He's got it. Touchdown Seahawks. Greg Olsen. His first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Seahawks 14, Vikings 7. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
At the 27-yard line.
Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
Diggs on the tackle. 12 yards on the play.
Again, it's Cook. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
The ball carrier.
Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
2 yards on the play. And the Vikings first down.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. On the toss, Madison. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Cousins. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Cook with a run on first down, but he'll only manage a couple there before he's taken down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
He was taken down by...
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Open man here is Conklin. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. From the gun, here's Cousins. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Quick throw out to Gordon on the perimeter. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
And they're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage.
2nd and 10.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Carson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
Here's Wilson to throw on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides, and there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's get off the field. Check 55 to mine. Check 55 to mine. I got you. I got you. Check the hot read. Alert. 55 is mine, guys. 55. And here we go. Watch the pass.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And no, it's incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Watch out.
They start the drive with Cook. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Check. Watch 54. I hope you got your rest.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. He will find the rookie from LSU. That's Justin Jefferson. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
14.
Well, the evidence is once again presented why he was such a top target at LSU, and Justin Jefferson carrying that over to the NFL. He's what a lot of people call a natural pass catcher. What I love about him, his ability to play the ball in the air, and at the moment of truth, go up and take it from a defensive back. This guy is smooth.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brought down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Cousins to throw it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. So that one will get them halfway to the 1st down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now.
Okay, Petty, I see you. 45 to Mike, 45 to Mike.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Bulldozing his way through. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Vikings take over 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. A good run there by Cook on 1st down, powering his way forward, a gain of 6.
The ball carrier.
We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
They run it again with Cook. Now Cook hit and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yeah, the opportunity squashed. Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now Wilson, and they got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. So